Hey guys, welcome to my cinema.
Afternoon guys, it's Simon from Pulse Cinemas and we are doing a sofa session, which is one of my favourite things to film, and we are with Ben from Cinema at Home today. So Ben has joined us because he's got a wonderful story to tell us about a process to lead us to where we're actually currently sitting right now, which is really, really cool. So tell us a little bit about Ben and why you're in this amazing room.
Okay, so this is my home cinema demo room. My company is called Cinema at Home. I've designed and built cinemas for nearly 20 years, but for a long time I did that abroad. So I lived in Thailand for 18 years and I had a smart home company, and we designed cinemas, audio systems, even things like lighting control. We were a Control 4 dealer, we used K&X occasionally, but about 2 years ago, I decided I wanted to come home to England. So I started the process of looking into how to do that. I've got 2 children and a wife. The kids are school age, and I really wanted them to experience school in the UK. So we started to think about how we were going to come back to the UK, and we moved back February the 28th in 2020. 2 weeks before the COVID lockdown happened.
Nice, good timing.
So we
Come back to England, guys, and experience this wonderful country.
So we've got 2 weeks to furnish the house. So we were desperately running around trying to sort of pick up furniture. 2 weeks to get all the kids organised for school, which I think they went to for about 2 weeks, and then they closed that down. On Zoom.
Yeah.
So we had a bit of time to think about exactly what we wanted to do in the UK.
Because the company's still running in Thailand.
The company's still going in Thailand, still a family business, yeah. It's very quiet out there at the moment because they didn't let anyone in for a whole year, basically.
And it's tourist-led, isn't it?
Exactly,
a lot of the place, so.
Exactly.
Was it mainly like villas and things like that you maintained then?
Holiday villas, basically people who were expats or who bought holiday villas in Phuket, on Chiang Mai, Bangkok. So often you wouldn't, sometimes we wouldn't even meet the customers. It would be, we'd be dealing with someone on site, and they'd say, we want a cinema and lighting control for this big villa. And sometimes we wouldn't even meet the customers. So when I came here, I thought I want something much more personal. I chose the bit I liked most about what I've been doing for 20 years, cinemas. It's always been my love. It's the bit I've always enjoyed the most. So, we come up with some plans to build our demo room and offer our services in cinema design and build to people here in the UK.
That's brilliant. And I mean, this is the niche area of the build. This is the part that is the most fun.
Yeah.
It is, having a demonstration facility, when I see people come along to do that part of the job, and their dealer's there, and we're set up, and they sit down, and it's the test drive, isn't it? It's the fun bit. So the fact that you've built this showroom in such, well, let's face it, a short period of time, really, from design conception to start to getting it in, it's been a really short amount of time. You've worked really hard. Because your social media was brilliant during the whole process. We were so impressed with the way that you documented every element of it.
Yeah, well, it was important for me to show people how much thought can go into it. There's all the choice of equipment and things, which you guys have been brilliant with. It was brilliant for me to go and get some demos of every single thing I wanted in this room. I demoed at your headquarters, and I just thought, right, I want that, and I want that. So it was really useful to do that. But building it out, there's lots of care and attention that people perhaps don't think of. They just think, well, it's a room and you're building a room and it should be simple. It's not. If you want to do it properly and it to sound good and look good, then you have to put a bit of thought into it. So it was nice to document all the little things we've done so that people can see, oh right, it's not just a big wooden box.
And also, what you've done really well is that I find, in terms of social media at the moment, I subscribe to things like Out in the Wild build, and the guys that They start with a field and then they build the house from the ground up. And people are interested in seeing that side of things. And I think that's a trick that a lot of people miss often, is that getting the client, your client, involved from the start to the finish, just not only they're interested in it, but it gives them the confidence in showing your capabilities throughout it as well.
And also it can be a lot of fun. So a lot of our clients, clients tend to like to talk about colours and textures and carpets and things, but it's all fun. So if they can see the walls going up and how they're being built, it's fun for them. And I think what you said there is really key to it, in that we could build this anywhere. So this could be, it could be a concrete box that's in your house, under the swimming pool, or it could be a shed outside that you build a huge outdoor cinema. But you could build it anywhere. So it's good to show clients that as well, that you don't need a perfect room. You can actually build this anywhere you want, and it can be any size you want, as long as it feels good to sit in and watch the movie. Then anyone can have one.
Yeah. Well, where we're sitting right now, for me especially, feels very familiar, which the whole process of doing the design with you, sitting in reception, choosing all the components, demoing all the components, and you said, right, Simon, seats. I need some seats.
Yep.
And I was looking at your T-shirt with that lovely orange and black and white, and I was thinking,
orange splash.
And you took these off of our hands, didn't you?
I did. I'll be honest with you. I'd seen them before, and I thought, I'm not sure they were for me. And then when I saw them in real life, in the flesh, and I sat on one, I've got to have those seats. So
and the orange.
It's the orange that did it. Yeah, it's perfect. There's splashes of orange in the showroom and in the logo. But yeah, brilliant seating.
Because we're doing obviously all of our large update at Pulse, so these we were so grateful that these went to a good home. It was something that we were quite connected to them in a way, because obviously with the history of the McLaren and the release of it and everything like that with us. So for us to just see it go off and then never see it again, was quite, but then being in the demo room with Pulse,
you're sat in it just in a different location.
It's like selling a car to your friend. It's great. But when you were specifying the kit, there's certain elements of this room that are very specific. So the Domino projector, for example, that's the Sim 2's entry level.
The Sim 2 Domino DLP. Yeah, I previously, to be honest, hadn't had a good time with DLP projectors. I'm someone who previously on other projectors had seen rainbows. Yeah. So one of the main reasons that I wanted to come and demo everything was to see if that was still the case with the Sim 2 equipment. And I didn't see a single rainbow while I was there, and I tried everything, do the shaking head, and
the John Cena's,
looking back and forth, and I couldn't see it at all. And since I've installed it, I've never seen a single rainbow, which is really important for me, because for a long time I stopped speccing DLPs because I could see rainbows, and I thought if I can see them, then anyone can. But I think that sounds like it's a problem that's been solved. So I was really grateful to find that, because this projector's fantastic. So
I mean, when I walked in, it made me kind of giggle a little bit, because obviously I see our small cinema all the time with the Domino in it, and I've walked in and seen the Domino on a bigger projection screen than I'm used to, and it's stunning. You had the David Attenborough on, didn't you?
That's right, Planet Earth 2, I think it is.
The detail in it was absolutely incredible. And when it comes to the audio side of things as well, you were one of the lucky ones that got there 11:40.
That's right, got it quite quickly.
Yeah, man. So we're
that was always on the list, because just the ARC is just so useful from someone who's designing and building cinemas, to be able to have this room correction that's done. It's not all done for you. There's a bit of expertise there as well, but it takes a lot of the heavy lifting out of the engineering side of things. So I was always really keen on getting the Anthem. For me, perhaps the biggest choice was going for the dual subwoofers. Yeah. And then being convinced to upgrade them to the X12s, which quite a bit more money, but didn't take too much.
I applied them with coffee, didn't I?
But that was another choice, because it's not a big room, so some people might think, two subwoofers, why do you need them? But it just means that you feel the bass everywhere you sit. You've got the right amount of bass.
Exactly.
So, really pleased with the subwoofers and the speakers as well. The Paradigm. I've got a bit of history with Paradigm when I was very young, and I blew my student loan on a home cinema system. Paradigm was the subwoofer that I bought. I think it was a PDR12. I think it was. This is going back 25, 30 years nearly. So it was my first ever subwoofer, and I've always liked them. So
I like that.
I'm really pleased with the subs actually, and it is a bit of history and a bit of
bit of nostalgia for
nostalgia there. So they don't look that different actually. They sound very different.
Yes, they do.
These I think are 650 watts RMS each.
Yeah.
I think my first one was maybe 100, so maybe 120.
A little bit different.
Yeah, a little bit of difference. Yeah,
because these are the X12s as well. They had the active ridge, so what that gives you essentially, because you were toying about the V, weren't you? V and X. You didn't know which one to go for, but this just gives you that lower extension, so that real in your chest.
And you can really feel it. I mean, with these subwoofers in this room, you can feel it in the chest. You can feel it in the chair as well, in a nice way. It's not rattling anything, but you can feel the power. You could just, it's just something that it adds another dimension to it, really, because you can hear it great, you can feel it in the chest great. But when your chair's got a bit of a movement going as well. Yeah, it's fantastic. I love it.
So you've got the ingredients. You were the chef.
Yeah.
We saw that process of you building this from the ground up, and now you're sat here. You got your computer on. When we turned up, you were sitting there doing a SketchUp. So you had some demonstrations. Tell us a little bit about what's been going on in the last couple of weeks.
Okay, so we're quite busy at the moment. So we literally just finished off the room. We've had some people in here to have a look, and we've sold a couple of cinemas just in the last few weeks. So now we've got to build them. So first up is we design them. We go out on site. We measure very carefully the size of the room, put that into a floor plan on CAD. Then we import that into SketchUp. We visualise the existing room in a 3D model.
Yep.
It's a bit boring actually, just drawing what's already there. So for me, it's not that exciting, but it has to be done.
Yeah.
Then after we do that, then is where we start modelling, playing around with walls, dimensions, bulkheads, ceilings, fabric walls, carpets, colours and textures to actually design the cinema. And then we sit down with the clients and we go through all the choices, and that's the bit I think they find really exciting, is to be able to sort of see what their room looks like currently, what it will look like, and what it will look like if we did it in red or blue or grey or green, at a touch of a button. So that for the clients is really exciting. That's the exciting bit for me as well. Designing, being able to make those changes on the fly and see it visualise in front of you.
But also having this showroom, being able to showcase what it is that you're designing. Do you feel that's helped in these two sales, having this place here?
It really has, because this room was nothing. I mean, this is built, it's a giant box basically. So this is built within that box, and it just shows the client that anything's possible. Doesn't matter what your room is, if you've got windows here or the ceiling's too low, you can build something.
Yeah, you can create a space.
And it will look amazing, and it will sound amazing, and the picture will look great. So.
Yeah, no, it's got a really nice feel to the space, and like in the sitting position that you're in, it's very immersive, and the height of the ceilings. I like the fact that you've got the coffer that goes up. I just think the whole space is actually brilliant.
Yeah, we did that. I mean, there was a couple of choices. We could have had just a higher ceiling because we built the box anyway. But I think the way that we've sort of boxed it in with the bulkhead, it lifts it, and it looks like you're looking up at the stars, basically. We've got the star ceiling.
No, it's really nice.
It's really helped lift the room.
And obviously, where you've angled your speakers in, you've built enough in so that you can get your speakers so you're not in the starlight ceiling.
Exactly. I mean, that was another choice. We could have put the ceilings in the ceiling speakers in the starlight, but I didn't want to break up the
constellations
and the constellations.
Yeah, exactly. Did you get your star sign in there?
No, I didn't. No. It probably is somewhere.
You just had Ben written across it in stars.
So the stars twinkle as well, but I turn it down very.
No, it is really, really cool.
Yeah.
I'm so impressed with the space, and I think from coming here today, it's been really nice for me because I get involved in the demo room. I get involved with the system specification, the demonstration, all of that kind of stuff with you. But for me, meeting you basically through email, we met, and obviously you knew Mike, and I met you through email. We started talking, we come down, we had a cup of coffee, we did this, we did that, we designed, blah, 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 and now sitting here, it's like, wow.
I mean, what is it, 5-6 months later?
Yeah, it's just done.
Yeah, and it's
And that's during COVID.
Yeah, and that's during COVID, and it's virtually, I think, all the equipment we talked about. Perhaps some of the models are upgraded, but it's all in here. So I've got the Paradigm speakers, the subwoofers, the Sim 2.
Yeah,
so
screen research,
the Anthem, the
acoustic.
screen research, the acoustics are behind these fabric
walls. Yeah. No, it's absolutely brilliant, Ben.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for inviting us down here today, so that we get the chance to sort of talk about it. And George is there filming us and giving us things. So he's going to go round and do some more shots. Keep an eye on our YouTube channel, guys, because these sofa sessions are here for you to enjoy the industry that we're in. I want to meet great individuals like Ben and people that are behind what is an incredible industry to work in. So I hope you guys are enjoying our content. Make sure you follow us on YouTube, click the bell icon so you get notifications of our next videos, and keep up to date with all of our main social pages. Cheers.